Let me do my thing. Let me do my thing. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Ellis. Welcome to the Green Week Gaming channel, your ultimate Magic channel. Today, I'm bringing you a Gruul deck. That means red-green, as you can see here by these two colors we have represented. And we are going to be talking about one of the most busted cards in Ravnica Allegiance right off the bat, Rhythm of the Wild. Creature spells you control can't be countered. This alone just destroys control matchups, so we don't have to worry about control really. That means we're worried about aggro and mid-range decks mostly. Non-token creatures you control have Riot. So how can we bust Riot? Well, let's first talk about Riot. If you don't know what it is, Riot is a creature with Riot enters the battlefield with your choice of a 1/1 counter or haste. So when you cast a creature spell, it can have a 1/1 counter and be a little bit stronger, or it can have haste and attack right away, or you can tap it to use its abilities. Riot stacks. So if we have multiple Rhythm of the Wilds or another creature with Riot, for example Skarrgan Hellkite, you get two 1/1 counters, or you could have one 1/1 counter and haste, or if you're a fool, you could get haste twice. So don't get haste twice. Let's remember that, okay? Counters are good. Next, let's talk about other creatures we can use. All right, so Skarrgan and Zhur-Taa Goblin are the only creatures I run in this deck that have Riot. You might be a little bit confused about that, because I said we're trying to abuse Riot, why not stack Riot as much as we can? Well, there are other creatures I find that are more useful with a 1/1 counter or haste. Let's start with the 1/1 counter creatures, with my favorite, Incubation Druid. If Incubation Druid has a 1/1 counter on it, it adds 3 mana of any color that you have represented by your land. So if you have a mountain and a forest down, that's either 3 mountains or 3 forests. 2-drop, 3 mana is really, really good. If we don't have Rhythm of the Wild, this card costs 5 mana to activate that 3 mana ability. That's not really what we're going to do, so we run 4 copies of Stony Strength, pretty much just for the Incubation Druid. So turn 2 we play Incubation Druid, turn 3 we play Stony Strength on it. Now we have access to, that's right, 6 mana on turn 3, assuming we hit all our land drops. 6 mana, that gives us an Etali on turn freaking 3. Ah! That's insane. Alright? Or we could play Rhythm of the Wild on turn 3 and then have Etali on turn 4 with haste. How about that? That sounds pretty tasty to me. Okay, let's talk about some of the other cards that are good with the Riot mechanic. Rekindling Phoenix is great. My preferred method for using this card in this deck, excuse me, is to have it come in with haste initially. Then, if our opponent removes it with a Lightning Strike or Death Touch or anything that doesn't exile it, we bring it back with a 1/1 counter since it already has haste. Pretty nice. That's a 5/4 with haste when it comes back. You can't ask for more than that, really. Let's move on to Charging Tuskodon. We can throw haste on this bad boy and get in for 8 damage if the opportunity presents itself. If they have blockers available, a 5/5 for 5 with trample that can deal 10 damage in one hit is pretty sick. Skarrgan Hellkite, we do stack Riot here. 6/6 is great for 5 mana flyer. It's just a good card. Ghalta with haste. Not so worried about putting a 1/1 counter on Ghalta. We really want to get him with haste. 12/12 trample, haste, can't be stopped. That's a game ender right there. What cards have we missed? Let's see here. Goblin Chainwhirler I run one of to kind of deal with Call to the Feast, and Goblin Instigator, and the Fungus decks. We run 4 copies of Goblin Instigator ourselves. Unfortunately, Rhythm of the Wild doesn't work for tokens, so we can only get a 2/2 with a 1/1 out of this, but for 2 mana, 6 stats, that's not bad. By 6 stats, I mean if you add up all the powers and toughnesses of the creatures this card creates, it equals 6. That costed us 2 mana, so it's 2 for 6. That's a way I like to break down assessing Magic cards. Draconic Disciple, we have some more mana ramping here. add 1 mana of any color, which is helpful. And it's a 3-drop 3/3. So basically, this is just a really fat Druid of the Cow. Savage Smash, 4 of, just a combat trick. We can kind of abuse it if we can somehow get 9 mana. We can Biogenic Upgrade and distribute 3/1/1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 creatures, then double them. So, Biogenic Upgrade's a really fun card. Hopefully we get to show it off today. Lastly, we're going to talk about Sunder Shaman. I think enchantments are perhaps the most busted card type right now in Ravnica Allegiance, so we need something that gets rid of them just in case our opponent's running Rhythm of the Wild, or that one gate card that lets them draw forever cards, or, you know, there's tons of enchantments that are out there that are really, really good. As far as lands are concerned, I'm running 12 mountains, 9 forests, 1 Rootbound Crag, and 1 Stomping Ground for a total of 23 lands. So that's the deck. Oh yeah, there's one There's one Pelt Collector, just for a 1-drop, and we can kind of abuse the counters on him too. We can get trample pretty quickly with him, and the Riot mechanic makes our Goblin Instigators trigger his ability, which is pretty cool. That's it. I hope you enjoy these games, and I'll see you tomorrow. I mean, if we make it to turn 4, we feel good, but I don't know if we make it to turn 4. White weenies, maybe? Looks like we made it to turn 4 without falling too far behind. If he plays 2 creatures here, we're in trouble. Okay, vampire deck. Other vampires you control get +1/+1, I'm assuming. Okay, another Forerunner, that's fine. Time to start flying. He probably has a Sky March Bloodletter. So Forerunners let you search for a creature of a certain type. There's the Legion Lieutenant. Other vampires you control get +1/1, like I thought. There's a big land. Okay, so we could play the Tuskodon, but I'd rather leave up 1 green mana for Stony Strength so we can combat trick him next turn, on his turn. So we're gonna Phoenix again. So we get to attack and call it a turn. We left up 1 mana, so we can Stony Strength since it's an instant on his turn. Okay. Probably gonna Savage Smash that. That's absolutely fine. He's gonna take a really bad trade here. There's no 1 mana white-black removal spells. Okay, he didn't attack. Good for him. We got Rhythm of the Wild. So we set up for the Ghalta next turn. Again, leaving Stony Strength as our out here. Put him down to 12. If we put him down to 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, Ghalta would do 4. That would put him at 4, and then we could attack with both of these. If we put him at 12, Ghalta can do 4, but he's going to play another creature. I think we have the opportunity to go for the kill here, so we got to. Resplendent is an interesting choice here. He's going to get to Mentor 1, so we take a good amount of damage here, but... Oh, that first strike, not Mentor? Oh, it does have Mentor. Why didn't the Mentor trigger? Oh well. So now it has haste and a 1/1 counter on it. That feels pretty good. He's tapped out. Ghalta wins us the game. Thank you, Ghalta. Your service has been kindly appreciated. Not bad for a Monday. Rhythm of the Wild, haste plus Ghalta, 2 Rekindling Phoenixes. Back to where we belong, Silver Tier 2. Man, I have dropped today. Oh, that feels so bad. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this deck's not doing so hot. Maybe not my best creation ever, but it's fun still. We've fallen a division or a tier. But this looks like the game that's going to turn it all around for us. This is a good opening hand. We're going to keep it. And we're going to hope we get Incubation Druid. We're going second. We have a big card advantage right now. We're up against mono green. Biogenic Upgrade could come into play this game. We'll see. Let's start off with green mana. I almost always play the conservative land first. By that I mean green is typically a slower start, so he's playing Golgari. We can get out an Instigator. Something in my eye. Ouch. Yeah, Mondays are tough. Alright, we're up against an elf deck. A black-green elf deck. Hopefully he doesn't have removal. I think we just throw out more goblins here. We just need to buy some time. Get a good draw. Two, four. Okay. That's fine. He empties his hand with a Rabid Bite. It's a spell we don't want to see later. It gets better as the game goes on. Rekindling Phoenix is a great draw. That's what we were looking for, something good. Alright, so he's playing black-green, so he has Death Tip, or a Poison Tip Archer, the Death Touch Reach. Reach lets creatures block creatures with flying, so hopefully he doesn't draw into it here. Chromatic Lantern, that's fine for us. He can't really attack here. Perfect, we draw another land. Trying to decide between playing the Tuskodon or Savage Smashing to kill one of his creatures and do 6 damage to him. That sounds pretty good. Then we get Stony Strength on his turn too, so we get a 2 for none. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to Savage Smash the Beast Whisperer, not the Thorn Lieutenant, because it creates a 1/1 elf if we do target it with an ability. Then we fly for 6, call it a turn, and we hope he attacks with this Thorn Lieutenant now. Come on, attack with a Thorn Lieutenant. You know you want to. Druid. Do we take out the Druid? No, I think we just take 1 damage here. Okay, I think we have lethal. Holy cow, we have lethal. Beautiful. Oh, we don't have lethal. I thought it doubled the power, but it just doubles the counters. We'll take that still. I don't think there's anything he could have drawn here that saves him besides Poison Tip Archer. Holy cow, we got a win. Oh, it's about time. Thank you. Three, 5, 7. There's the Incubation Druid with a Stony Strength. Finally a win! Rekindling Phoenix. Biogenic Upgrade. Works like a charm against decks that don't have any flying. Up against Alfred. Okay, maybe we Ghalta this game. Hopefully we draw into Rhythm of the Wild. We have some mana here, so we can turn 4 Tuskodon. As long as we draw 1 land within 4 turns, so that should definitely happen. We're up against mono red aggro here. There's that Rhythm of the Wild I was asking for. So that slows down our play by 1 since we want to play this on turn 3, which might be catastrophic against his deck. We're in the hot seat. Double shock right here really hurts. He doesn't have double shock. He does have a lightning strike or a shock though. Oh, we got the combo. We got the combo. Now we just need to draw a land. A green land, preferably. If we get a green land, we can play Draconic Disciple, and we have a Stony Strength to put on it in case he has Lightning Strike. Because he probably has Lightning Strike. Zhur-Taa's not bad. Yeah, I think we play the Zhur-Taa here to suck up the Lightning Strike. Oh, it'll be a 4/4. So now he has to use 2 spells to remove it. That's great. He could have Double Shock or Lightning Strike and Shock, but 2 for 1 is great for us, especially against Mono Red. We need him to peter out a little bit. Okay, Lava Coil. Fair enough. We draw into a land. It's not the right color, unfortunately. We have to take a risk. It's now or never, really. He probably removes this, yeah. That's alright. We'll beat out his spells. Gutter Snipe hurts. But we have the Savage Smash to get rid of it. That was a bad draw. And now we look pretty dead. If he top decks the Lava Coil, it hurts pretty bad. Actually, Lava Coil's fine. We might be able to stabilize here. Mentor's gonna activate. Two Savage Smashes. We needed one more land, unfortunately. Let's take out the Legion War Boss. So we could do 10 damage to him. And Stony Strength, yep, we're gonna attack here. No need to cast Stony Strength yet. We got lucky. Hopefully he attacks with everything. Perfect. Jadelight. Now we have lethal on the board. There you go. And we could have Ghalted with haste. So that's kind of the Etali Ghalta combo right there. You didn't get to see it in full action, but that's the idea of it.